5. Like, we've made it this far. 5 questions, 5 minutes, show number 5. Man, we're on a roll. We're on a roll. With me tonight, as usual, the man who is not afraid to cross the streams.
Okay.
Buster's reference. Tony C. Bada Bing on Twitter.
Hey, all I'm going to say is he here in the dark? Does he make promises in the dark? Or is he dancing in the dark? That's my man, Dark Man. Now for all you millennials, you got 80s music to know what the hell I'm talking about. I know Dark Man knows. Dude, so good to be with you. Another 2 pounds over. Oh, let me get my drink. Cheers.
Cheers, my man.
Guinness.
Absolutely.
Bourbon.
So let's get started. Let's get started for this week. Bada Bing. Same question we start with every week. What made you 2 pounds over?
Last 2 days, man. Last 2 nights. So yesterday, went up to my our cousins, Bob and Mary, my wife's cousins. They go to Saratoga with us for the last 10, 12 years. We couldn't go this year. But last night, man, we had steamers and lobster. Lots of butter, lots of eating, lots of seafood. Best thing on the planet, man. I have to have steamers. Steamed clams once a summer. I just had my first batch. They were out of sight. Out of sight.
Short for, is that what steamers?
Steamers, steamed clams. Yeah, steamer.
Okay. Yeah, I know you have that accent. I don't know. I just never heard of that before. So.
And sausage and peppers tonight, man. Old school and potatoes. Sausage, peppers, and potatoes tonight. Good stuff.
Perfect.
Good stuff.
Perfect to add a couple pounds.
Absolutely. How about you? What do you got?
Man, so over the weekend, salmon with a little bit of a kick over grits. It was amazing. A London mule for a drink and a big old bowl of banana pudding.
Back to the pudding, man. We got a whole flan pudding thing going, you man. You got that pudding thing like almost every week now, right? Didn't you have like a blackberry one or something a few weeks back? Or is that something? Yeah, it's a cobbler. You got some good stuff going on there, brother. And tell me, a London mule must have gin in it. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's a Moscow mule with gin, and it's delicious. So I have a buddy back in Richmond, and we used to go to this burger joint, and that was our drink of choice was the London Mule. And so
Bada Bing.
He kind of introduced me to that, and so it's a good cocktail for a night out. So all right, how was your week this week? Tell me something good. What do we got?
Horse racing wise, you want me to? I got nothing good, man. Come on, I got nothing good. I mean, drum roll, please. Right? Yesterday, 4 to 5, 4 to 5, and the late pick 5. And the horse I threw out won the first leg. Last horse I threw out. That's. I'm still swinging, brother. But how about you? Well, you got something good on the?
Wait, what did that pick 5 end up paying?
It wasn't bad. It paid $1,000. You know, it paid $1,000. I was with my cousin Bob. We were hanging out. I'm like, do you want to root for something? He's like, yeah, let's play a pick 5. I wouldn't have played it otherwise, but I wasn't totally sold on it. But, had the last 4 legs. Missed the first one. Lost by a half a length. Had the runner up.
You seem to get like 4 out of 5 quite a bit. My question is, do you ever hit like 2 in a row then to make up for a lot of the 4 out of 5s? Like, do you ever hit 2 pick 5s in a row?
Yes. When I had my huge run at Saratoga, where I hit the pick 5 almost every week, 6 weeks straight.
Wow.
And I on a Saturday, I showed up late, played the last late pick 5, hit it for like 2,500. Went back on Sunday, hit the early pick 5 for like another like 2,200. Only 2 bets I made.
Wow.
Only 2 bets I made.
Wow.
That was a good weekend, brother. That was a good weekend.
Yeah, this weekend for the Dark Man, not so. Had a couple of good winners on the grass at Woodbine, of course. 9-1 shot, a 4-1 shot, a first timer, but all around on these exactas, first and third, second, third, and fourth, dancing all around it, just couldn't really get it. So that was a little bit of a slow week, but Woodbine's been pretty good so far. And this last weekend, Saratoga and a little bit of Ellis turf. Yeah, not so much. But that's what we do, right? We just keep swinging. We keep plugging away and try to hit some big ones. So
that's right. You could be walking around
at the half mile pole. It's time to bring in this week's very special guest.
We
got from Twitter.
I gotta find him. Oh, here he is. I gotta invite him. I'm like, where is he? Go ahead, man. Give him the intro. It'll take a second. Go ahead.
Okay, so he is at Danonymous Man, which is a fabulous Twitter handle. Dan
What's
George,
up?
how do you even say your last name?
Tordjman, you nailed it. You
Tordjman.
nailed
I
it,
got it.
man.
I got it. So welcome to 2 Pounds Over. We're going to give you 5 questions in 5 minutes
Oh,
on
yeah,
our fifth show.
that's big
So we're
stuff.
getting things rolling.
But
So
let's
we always start off with the first question.
wait. Let's give him the intro a little bit. Most people do know Dan in horse racing because he's
No, nobody.
everywhere. Give us a little intro, brother. Give us a little intro.
No,
Come on.
no.
All right, screw it. No intro. Dan, I'm
We're
tired of
not
him
doing
already.
intros.
Dark man, go ahead. Never mind. Screw him.
All right, Dan, question number one. In the last week, what have you eaten that has made you 2 pounds over?
It's mostly what I've drank. I think I was telling you guys before, in the setup for the show. I've been drinking a lot of stouts, a lot of beer. I know you're drinking the Guinness there. It'll catch up to you eventually. You look like a young, healthy boy. Those stouts will catch up to you. Yeah, bunch of beer. And my wife, God bless her, just, she's incredible cook. She's just been, making just, all sorts of different pastas and meatballs and this and that. So we're eating well here. It's been a difficult, crazy, 6+ months kind of being locked down here. I'm in New York City, so this is things were really crazy early on. I'm here in Queens. I'm not too far from Elmhurst, where that saw some of the biggest, the biggest number of cases. So yeah, we've been locked down for a while, but thank God, my wife and I, we've not only coexisted, we've become stronger, and most of it around food and drink. So
That's good, man. That's good to hear. So, man, right in the epicenter, right? So, beer, stout. Okay. What else has been a COVID-19, survival strategy for you? Is it betting the races? Is it eating? Is it going out? Do you go out for walks? Like, what do you do, brother? What's the
no, I
survival
don't.
technique?
I do not go out for walks at all. I
Okay.
sit home a lot, just in my sweatpants, in my Syracuse basketball shorts, and I watch a lot of unsolved mysteries. That's the way to get by. It's the only, and I'm not even talking about the new series. With the Roku, we've got the entire catalog, like Robert Stack, nonstop. That's all that's playing. I didn't realize how corny like all the lost loved ones were. But so I'm kind of like tired of those now. I just kind of fast forward to all the missing person and the serious crimes, and hope that there's an update. I mean, there's certainly enough time has passed that you would hope that there are updates on these cases. So that's what I do to occupy my time when I'm not like just working nonstop.
Yeah, I see that too. All right, man. That's good. It's a good strategy. All right. You're doing that thing, watching that TV. I got it. Get your mind off things. Beautiful.
Can I ask one question in the middle of this?
Go, man. Whatever.
What did it take to get the Ritz sponsorship? What did it take? Who did you pitch?
Dude, let me tell you, that Ritz tin is from my grandmother from like, seriously, the 1950s. Just got it. That's
for coins? You keeping coins in there?
We just got it. My aunt just gave it to me. So there's hardly anything here because I'm moving, man. I'm moving. So everything's gone. I got no horse races stuff. Yeah, man, empty bookcases. So look at him asking us the questions, Doc, man. Look at you, not following the rules already.
I tell you, we've lost control of this entire show. And I've been following your progress for quite a long time. And this isn't the real question, but I'm wondering, what don't you do? Because you are absolutely everywhere. But I'd like to know, what's your favorite racetrack that you've been at, and what's the best racetrack food that you've eaten?
Okay, nice.
Oh, those are good. That's a good sort of 1-2 question right there. So my favorite racetrack experience, if I'm not working, if I'm just enjoying the day at the races, is actually going to Laurel Park. I love Laurel, very sort of family-oriented, small, cozy track. I love the people there. That's kind of when I was like really like kind of breaking into the sport officially. That's how I was on the backside at Laurel. I was connecting with trainers, with jockeys, with owners. People there are just incredible, and they've like remained like so good to me and so friendly toward me. And I just like really consider that like racing home. In terms of food, it's tough because I don't eat a lot of things. Like I don't eat like red meat. I keep kosher, like kosher meat at least. I guess I just revealed I'm Jewish too. So that's whatever. That's a little bit of a reveal there too. Whatever, people know. Not a bad thing. All right, I'll stop. So But I
Well,
will.
groundbreaking.
I don't know. What's my favorite racetrack food? I don't really eat much when I'm at the track. I just
Yeah.
gamble. I'm just running around.
Dude,
I
he's
don't.
focused. I've seen him.
Yeah.
Fingers on, right?
Yeah, I've seen him at
Yeah.
Saratoga.
Actually, my wife just screamed out Hattie's. It's got to be Hattie's at
Yeah.
Saratoga.
Saratoga. Yeah,
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 that's fair.
that's a good one. That's a good one, man. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
So now you're dressed down today, man. Now that usually doesn't happen when we see you at the
Mm.
track, America's Best Racing, all that stuff. So I really have a really, very important question. Hat or bow tie? Like, what's the most important fashion statement for you? Is the hat first, or is the bow tie that you build the fashion around?
Yeah, out of necessity, the hat. As I get older, the hair not doing so well. So you need
Come
the
on,
hat.
brother. I'll help you out.
I'm hanging on to a couple. I got a couple there. You know, I got look. No, I'm okay. I'm passable. But if I'm going to be at the track, you know, I don't want to burn my head. I want a nice hat. So for me, the fedora I think is a must. Shout out to Cam Hats, Christine A. Moore, always hooking it up and has the best hats for dudes.
Nice.
Bow ties, I think I used to wear bow ties everywhere. I used to wear them, I used to wear them to Laurel on like a Friday. I used to wear them when you shouldn't necessarily wear them. I've scaled back on the bow ties. They're fun, they're cool, but I think like the bow ties, may have like jumped the shark a little bit. Like there's like a lot of people everyone's doing bow ties.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, maybe not so much, but on Derby Day, I'll do a bow tie for sure.
Yeah. And a little known fact, I don't know if many people remember this, but Lego bow tie, I think I saw you in at Saratoga.
One of my favorites. Absolutely.
All right, Doc, man, you got the last question, brother.
All right, we're coming down the home stretch. Here we go. So, Dan, I've seen you post a couple of good winners on Twitter from time to time. So you really know what you're doing. What's one of your favorite handicapping angles that you like to share?
As Tony starts cracking up, he's like, this guy. So I think I go through like every other handicapper. I go through waves. I go through really bad stretches, and then I may get hot for a little while. I think I'm doing my best when I am truly, truly backing my opinions, when I'm finding prices and I'm not scared to single them in pick 4 and pick 5 sequences. And I'm also doing my best when I'm not betting that much, like when I'm just, betting 1 or 2 sequences on a Saturday, when I'm not like chasing after I get knocked out in the first leg. And so I think that's the key, like have an opinion, come strong when you have that opinion. And more and more, just like to make it sustainable. I like doing group tickets. I like, hanging, with my buds, like kind of putting, a couple of bucks in, doing a bigger ticket, have something to root for together. And, the $5,000-$10,000 hits are nice. And my best career hit was like a $60,000 hit that I had 25% of. That was at Saratoga a couple of years ago. And that was awesome. But we know those are so few and far between that, it's tough. I've hit, like, Laurel's my favorite circuit, and like the pools there, the jackpot pools, the pick 6. Sometimes I get up to like 20,000, and then there'll only be like 5,000 in new money. So that's like a day like that so I look for pools that are potentially, that have a lot of dead money in them, and where, I know that if I catch like 2 5-to-1 shots, I might potentially scoop a $25,000 pool. So, I look for those things. But yeah, it's all, at the end, I don't say it's all luck, but there's a lot of luck involved. And you just keep grinding, and, just try to throttle back when things aren't going well.
You could be walking around lucky and not even know it, brother.
Right. Yes. Or unlucky and find out very quickly.
Absolutely. And we have those people who support us still, even through all those, man. Good stuff, brother. Thanks for being on.
Man, thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome to be with you guys. You just want me to leave, right? Just get out of here, right?
Yeah, just hit the leave buttons. Wave goodbye. Sayonara. Peace out.
By the way.
Vote, yeah.
Vote.
Everybody's got to vote. Yeah.
Everybody vote.
Do your vote. All right. Love it.
Get me that Ritz sponsorship. Bye.
See you, man. He's the best.
Oh, great stuff. Great stuff. I'm really happy for Dan and all the success that he's had so far in his racing career. It's been fun to watch, really.
Yeah, his
really.
Twitter avatar, whatever you call it now, with the arms up and he's got like the slicker thing on in the rain. That's where I met Dan. 2013 Kentucky Derby when Orb won. We met up. We were following each other on Twitter. Just a good guy. Solid good guy. I'm happy for him.
That was a good Derby for me too, because I had the winner and the exacta with Golden Soul underneath Orb, and that paid
a lot. I had I chased the superfecta at the Derby, and at the 8th pole, I looked at my ticket and looked up, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, but it blew up because I had Golden Soul 4th, and I had Normandy Invasion somewhere. Revolution was somewhere. Dude, I just missed it. I just missed the super that year. But carry on, you won. This is like this is our show, man. I lose, you win. This is the story of our show.
Well, let's go to the quarter poll.
Yes,
we have
do
this
it.
week's Twitter poll, which I loved. This was one that I thought was really, really fun. So
Yeah,
if
it
you
was
were a
good.
racehorse,
Yep.
which would be your preferred surface? So Tony, what was your answer to that? You have the training track, you've got the synthetic track, you've got good old American dirt, and then of course the turf course, the grass.
You know what? I'm just old school, brother. I'm all about the dirt. I guess turf is more old school, dating back to when horse racing started. But when I first followed, not a lot of turf for me. I'm all about the dirt. I know you're about the grass, so I imagine your answer was.
Turf, on
Yeah.
the turf, of course. So here are the answers to the poll question. Nobody said the training track, which I thought was pretty funny. And nobody, Zach Weber even, wanted to PETA, but nobody said synthetic. And 23% said dirt, and 77% of the poll respondents, if they were a racehorse, they would want to run on the grass.
It's easier on the feet. It's a blanket finish. You got a chance to get in there and score. I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Maybe we're
sure.
just more formful on the grass. I don't know. I mean, for some reason. So,
Dude, 5.5 furlongs on the turf. That is never for. Someone once said I can't pick those winners on replay.
those are tough races for sure.
Absolutely.
So down the stretch, what do you got coming for this upcoming week there, Bada Bing? What are you looking at?
Dude, I already got, I mean, I don't know if you can see, I'm already got out Wednesday's pick 5 sequence at Saratoga. I like the first leg. I think the two short prices can be beat by double digits, and that has me interested already. Got those kind of spidey senses tingling that might be a good payout. So Wednesday, pick 5, looking to beat the favorite in the first leg and the last leg, and I think there's a double digit on legs 2 through 4 too possible. So that's what I'm doing, man. I'm
I
gonna
need
keep
you to
swinging.
hit one.
I'm
I
gonna
need
keep
you to
swinging.
hit one
I'm gonna keep swinging.
because we cannot have the 2 pounds over curse because you have not hit a pick 5 since we've started the show. And so
Right.
I really need you to hit one because I don't want this to be, some kind of stigma against your pick 5. But
I'll tell my wife that I got to keep playing it until we get.
tell a dark man says you have to, to continue to do it.
All right, man. So what do you got? I mean, it's got to be on the grass.
Man,
It's got to
this
be on
was
the
a
grass.
slow week. This was a slow week for me. I didn't play Sunday. Or didn't I not play Saturday? I can't. No, Sunday. I didn't play Sunday. And but it's all part of the natural. Dan mentioned it. Part of the natural ups and downs. And so, but I'm just going to stick to the Woodbine grass. I think. Maybe a little Saratoga, a little Ellis while it's still running. But I can't wait for Kentucky Downs, man. I can't wait for all that grass racing. So.
Dude, the grassy knoll, go up the hill, down the hill, through the trees.
Exactly. Yeah, I love it. I love
Dude,
it. So
I used to bet that when nobody bet it, but yes, carry on. That's good.
Kentucky Downs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of success there in the past too. So hopefully that'll keep rolling. Since Colonial closed down and that was my ATM, at least last year and part of this year. So handicapping angle to round out the show.
All right,
what do you
man.
got? Give us a new angle. What are you looking
I look
at?
at this. I tell you, when I see a field that's pretty evenly matched, and this is not a breathtaking angle. People do this. You're looking for something new. You're looking for blinkers on, blinkers off, second time blinkers, new trainer, new track, new surface, just something to break the monotony of that group. Or I just go with the horse that has the most wins. Sometimes it comes down to the horse who wants to win the most. And those are pretty simple angles that you can approach, especially a pick 5 sequence. You're going to get one of those evenly matched fields. And that's where I went wrong last week on Sunday, yesterday actually. I thought I left a horse out in an evenly matched field that I didn't think could do it. He was the fresh face. I should have went with him. What's your angle, brother?
So I think for horses stretching out for the first time, I'd like to see 2 5-furlong works, and I don't really care what the time is on those works, but trainer intent I think is I'm stretching my horse out to go long next time out. So if you're going from like a sprint to a route or 2 sprints to a route, looking for a couple 5-furlong works signals a little bit of fitness, and I look for 2 of those. So
right.
that's an angle that I've used in the past. But
I like it. I'm gonna look for a brother. Thank you.
there we go. There's so many
You know,
different
help
ways
my
you
dad.
can come at this, you know.
Right.
Or I like that name, or I like that color, right? I mean, that works for some people too. So
I've seen that in action, brother. I've seen that in
yeah,
action.
exactly. So all right, my man. Cheers. Another
Hey,
great show.
hey, nicely done. Cheers.
Thank you, Dan. We've got some exciting guests coming up next week. Scheduled to appear is our good friend Ed DeRosa on the eve of the Kentucky Derby. And
Right.
then if we record on Labor Day, or if we don't, we go to the next week. Barry Spears on Urban Handicapper on Twitter will be joining us on the next show after that. So great guests coming up.
Yeah, he's a masshole, by the way. Absolutely, he's a masshole from
Just like you, huh?
Absolutely. All right. Good stuff, brother. Good
All right, see
stuff.
you, Bada Bing.
All
Have a
right, be
good one.
well. Be well.